Hi there, this is Liz and welcome to my channel. For today's DIY, I wanted a pair of skates, so I asked my son to design a pair of skates and then we printed them on a 3D printer. And this is what you're seeing here. They are being printed. It's a little difficult to get a good video of this because this machine has two different moving parts, and so it's constantly moving, and so I've just sped it up to give you an idea of what is happening here. So now that the skates are done printing, I've torn away the brim, which was that red rim around the skates while they were on the printer. And I've taken a pencil and I have outlined where I want the soles of the skates to be, as well as where the blades and the heel and the soles are connected. And this is just a guide for me for when I go to paint the skates. And then I am going to do the same with the second skate. So even though these skates are already white, I have painted them, and I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera very well, but it does make quite a bit of difference. So I painted the skate right up to the sole and heel line, and for me personally, I can see quite a difference between the white paint and the white from the PLA, which is used in 3D printing. Here are my finished 3D printed skates. I used acrylic white paint to paint the skate and metallic silver, also acrylic paint, for the blade. And then of course I used black for the heel and the sole. Now the heel and the blade might need a second coat, and I will do that when the first coat is dry. Here I have a big picture frame. This frame measures 22 inches by 18 inches. Now this was an old frame from the 90s, so it was one of those brown laminated frames, and I took it outside and I painted it red. I just simply used this gloss apple red spray paint by Rust-Oleum to paint this frame. Now that the paint on my picture frame and my skates are dry, I took some yarn, because that is all I have right now, and I threaded it through the shoelace holes on the skates. I've only done it on the one, so now I'm going to do it on the second one. For this DIY, I am going to reuse two of these small Christmas trees that I had picked up previously from the Dollar Tree. I used them in a DIY last year, so I have removed the plastic stand that comes with them, and I am going to use both of these. And I have spread the branches out in such a way that the back side is flat. So for this DIY, I will also be using this piece from the Dollar Tree. For this DIY, I just want to use the words "Let It Snow." So here I am trying to remove the letters carefully. They are quite thin and bend quite easily, so I'm doing this carefully, and I have sped up the video because it does take me a while to get this off. I'm trying not to damage the rest of the piece because I want to reuse that one as well. So here I am taking the Christmas trees and gluing them to the left corner of the frame. I'm putting them down on the flattened side, and this is why I spread the branches out so that they had a flat side. And then I'm going to take a generous amount of hot glue to glue these on so that they will stick really well. Now that the Christmas trees are on, I'm going to take this roll of ribbon. I got this from Amazon, and this is a 50-yard spool of 2.5-inch ribbon. This is a tartan plaid ribbon with golden threads, and it is a wired ribbon. This ribbon appears to be the same on both sides, so it doesn't appear to have a wrong side. So that is rather nice. It is thin ribbon though, but both sides appear to be the same. That's a bonus. I'm going to speed this video up a little bit because in reality I made this bow very slowly because bow making is not my greatest gift. But as you can see, I am using the pattern of the ribbon itself to measure how big my bow is going to be. The plaid in the pattern makes it easier to measure, so I don't need an actual ruler to measure the bow. So anyway, I'm just making sure that both sides are the same size, and then I'm folding them over to make about 4 on each side, and then I'm going to pinch it in the middle, and then I'm going to use a nice green pipe cleaner that coordinates perfectly with the color in this ribbon. So as I'm looking at this and struggling to make a nice big bow, I realized I could have probably went with 5 on each side, but anyway, this will do for now. And so now I'm just attaching it to the corner of the frame where I put the 2 trees together. So now I'm just going to make a long tail and attach it to the frame as well. Now that I have attached the tail to the frame, I am just going to dovetail the ends. Dovetailing the ends of bow tails always makes them look much better. It's just a more finished look. And now I am using this tool here to try to give this tail a little bit of curl. And now to decide where I want to place this Let It Snow, and also to attach the skates to this frame. And after this, I went to bed and finished it the next time I had a night off, but I did not record the finishing of this DIY. And here is how it turned out. I finally decided where I wanted to put the words Let It Snow. The last time I worked on it, I guess I was getting tired. I couldn't decide where I wanted it. I also glued some of those silver foam snowflakes above the words Let It Snow. And then I took some red and silver, just small ball ornaments, and just randomly glued them where I felt I wanted them or I liked them. And then I also glued some white foam snowflakes to the bottom. If you stuck with me to the end of this video, thanks for watching.